So if you're one of my diehard Sports Chat with Matt fans, one of my 291 subscribers, you know that I'm not in my studio right now, but I'll be back there very soon. But I want to give you my picks for the San Diego State-Florida Atlantic game. Starting with the matchup itself, you have two teams who've never made the Final Four before. And this is Florida Atlantic's first NCAA tournament appearance ever. And then you have two mid-major teams meeting in the Final Four. And this is the second time that's ever happened. The first time being when Shaka Smart's VCU team met Butler in the 2011 Final Four in Houston, just like where the Final Four this year will be played. But yeah, talking about the two teams, I'm going to talk about age a little bit. Florida Atlantic, their top four players are third-year guys. And yes, in typical college basketball landscape where you have no COVID years and you know this whole new instant eligibility in the portal, but in typical times, that's an experienced team, but that's not really that old. San Diego State is an old team. They have seniors and old seniors. They have Adam Sanko, who just turned 25 in April. Nathan Mensah will be turning 25 in April. They have three 23-year-old fifth-year seniors, and then they have two regular seniors. That's an old team. And they kind of epitomize an old, physical, strong college basketball team. They're really athletic. They're gonna get into you all game. They're gonna pressure. But Florida Atlantic, I believe they do have two regular seniors on top of their four third-year players, and then they have a fifth-year senior mixed in there. So they are relatively old, but not as old as San Diego State. And San Diego State plays really physical ball. Their defense has been ramped up a notch this March. They are holding teams at 57 points per game in the tournament, and teams are only shooting 17% from three against them. It's a combination of their ferocious defense and teams just not hitting shots. Like Creighton missing as many threes as they did isn't a typical sight. But I do expect Florida Atlantic to shoot at a higher clip than 17% from three. And one interesting fact is that 9 players for San Diego State play 15 or more minutes. And depth has been a huge advantage for San Diego State, where they can put in guys, they'll play a few minutes, and they'll go balls to the wall for a few minutes, get subbed out, rest up, and then come back in, go 110%. They've had this depth advantage, like basically in almost every matchup, but Florida Atlantic also has 9 guys who play over 15 minutes a game. So I don't think they're going to get worn down like a lot of teams get worn down against San Diego State. These are two really deep teams, two experienced teams. You have to be legit to make this Final Four, and Florida Atlantic star who stirs the drink for them, especially in this tournament, he's really stepped up his play, is Janelle Davis. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything on the court. He's stuffing the stat sheet. I believe he's averaging about 17 points per game in the NCAA tournament. But he lifts up his teammates, he makes others better. But San Diego State has so many athletic, strong, experienced bodies where they can throw different looks at him. I really think they'll be able to contain him. Not necessarily stop him completely, but contain him. We saw what they did against Brandon Miller, probably the most talented player in the country. Love him, hate him, indifferent, but he's a talented player, and they forced him to go 3 of 19 from the field. So I definitely think they're going to contain Davis. And then you got the big Russian down low, Golden. He's going to be faced with San Diego State's 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Mountain West Conference, Nathan Mensah. He's going to provide resistance. So I don't think Golden is going to cause San Diego State a lot of problems. And I just think San Diego State, their defense is so legit. They are so tough. They are so battle-tested. They play together. They are just they don't have a lot of big egos. They just mesh and play as one team. And that's why I'm picking San Diego State to win this game. I think it's going to be competitive, but I'm a believer in San Diego State. They are legit, and I'm picking them to win. We'll see what happens, and that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for watching the video, and make sure to like and subscribe for more college basketball content, and I'll see you next time.